Wonderful to be back here at Treasure Beach for Calabash, the greatest festival ever. And the vibe, the energy of the people is just phenomenal.
Innocence by definition is only innocence because you have no knowledge, obviously. William Blake, in Songs of Innocence and Experience, he writes a poem called The Echoing Green. And I wanted to call this book The Echoing Green for a while. That's his sort of metaphor for innocence and youth. And my father wrote a wonderful essay called A Cushion for My Dreams about growing up in Jamaica. And he described his childhood as living in Eden before the flaming sword.
A group of young men hunched around a rod of bamboo cut from the forest. One of them produced a liquor bottle full of kerosene and poured about half the pinkish contents into the rod's hollow core, then twisted a rag in the top until it was secure. Somebody touched a cigarette lighter to the top. The improvised torch came to life, a yellow crown forming. In a bus parked nearby on the public green, a few kids of high school and middle school age seemed, since the appropriate time was close, and they pulled on bright yellow t-shirts proclaiming the logo, Flames of Freedom. They were there for the beginning of the ceremonial run on December 27, 2017, to commemorate the 186th anniversary of the revolt that helped break the back of slavery in the British Empire. And it was starting in the town of Calabash, on the spine of the hills above Montego Bay, where the initial violence had erupted.
Let her dream, she's a child. Let the rain pour down upon her. She's a sweet and gentle flower, growing wild.
She took her in grudgingly. Oh, sister, my sister, the fabulous eyelids unlocked. You have our father's eyes. I took your hand. With you, our house at once grew. In the wash, increasingly, much too much blue.
It's 10 a.m. when I walk in for a regular weekly sonogram. I lean back into the OBGYN chair and stick my feet into the familiar stirrups. The technician takes one look at the screen and says, Miss Chin, your amniotic fluid is very low. We're going to have to induce right now. Right now? What do you mean right now? I don't have any slippers. Right now, Miss Chin, as in we have to wheel you into the delivery ward immediately. Is there anyone you need us to call? And that is how on the afternoon of January 5th, 2012, I find myself thousands of miles from my point of origin, propped up in the most uncomfortable hospital bed, breathing steadily to mild contractions, and watching the YouTube video of Jamaica's first female Prime Minister, Portia Simpson Miller, being sworn in. I am beginning to appreciate the miracle it is that women continue to do this generation after generation after generation. My own grandmother did it 8 times. I already know I am never doing this again.
At the news of your death, which was a Tuesday, everyone said it felt like Sunday, and then Sunday felt like Friday, and Friday felt like the beginning of the week. People showed up to gym in their church clothes, to fetes in their pajamas, but no one commented, no one said anything at all. This is what grief looks like.
I try to remember what it feels like to think of other things besides death. It's a constant, not a romantic hope, but something that has tired me out over the years. I've heard it all, from the professional to the random armchair abuela telling me, these things, they pass. These thoughts pass through us like water after a heavy storm. And I want to stop them in all their good faith and all their hope to keep us here, the same way I tried to keep you, Paco. I want to yell, not at them or even near them, maybe to myself, then calmly, with a soft smirk of daring, respond. Water that doesn't drain swells in search for release.
Church, we come to music via literature class. So big up Uno, because you were the first ones who held me and nurtured me and gave me vivid colors, make me travel the world before me would have ever go up on a plane. Because other people's impression of the world is the first thing when it impressed me, right? Somebody get the stories them from this one, and it feels so nice. So I'm gonna be able to put it on a rhythm and turn it in a song, and I'm gonna bring me to this. So thank you, I love that space. I big up on yourself. You already have a wife. I may not have a man in my life. Rude boy, it is a pity. Them I call me a don. About a love man I use up on the land. Show the use them a plan. I say a time to remove up the rocks. Hear this, the world won't be a general. But I'm up with the youth to live better. To say the world already have enough stepper. Show them a different way to stack cheddar. Oh, Jaja. Take me somewhere wonderful. So tired of being misunderstood. Oh yeah. I'll keep on moving on the good. Oh Lord, cause life always works out as it should. Calabash person can't get up and dance and kick to the man. I say for so long, we are hold on. I love the things that we so strong. She said them so long, but them program. We have a different slogan. So when we know, we try to find the right road. Surround myself with the right fools. The ones who always keep me nice close. The kind of love them can't hide love.
Lose a couple friends and start with more. Greatness man I ignore. Fully outside man I ignore. High grade I kick like a with more. I top drop it bomb like a C4. Babylon want me live for. My life sweet like a henshore. Blessings a flow and we get more. Them a feel what we are elevate. 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 All when time rough we are celebrate. Them a feel what we are elevate. While them a fight and a segregate. Them a feel what we are elevate.
I'm a Senti girl, so it's wonderful to be back here at Treasure Beach for Calabash, the greatest festival ever. And the vibe, the energy of the people is just phenomenal. I want to congratulate the organizers. 5 years has been a long diet. We want it and we want more. God bless everyone who took part in this.
And I notice you're here with your family and friends.
Family and friends. We have been down since Friday hanging out. Some are here from overseas, mainly we're here from Kingston and St. Andrew. And it's great to see so many lovely, everything this afternoon was about love. Something we can't have too much of.
This is a painting I just finished at Calabash. There's nothing better than coming here surrounded by music, vibes, art, poetry, and just feel it on the canvas. This is a beautiful place, my first time here, third time on the island, and I feel like I'm home. I love the roots, I love the vibes.
It's my first experience in Calabash. I was on my way to the Cannes International Film Festival because we're in film, and I got redirected to come to the Caribbean, from Cannes to the Caribbean, because of her invitation and one other person, Valentine. She invited me to Calabash, which was not on the schedule, and it was a gift, a blessing. It's the best thing I have ever attended after Cannes in my life.
Calabash 2023 is your first Calabash?
It is my first Calabash, and I don't know what to say. So many lovely things happen, like even the magic that happens between people that are here. The people that I've met that I know are going to carry me to the next journey of friendships. the authors that encouraged my creativity and made me feel like I can. And the staff here is amazing. Like anything you ask them for, they are so ready to serve you. Like I know this is a tourism thing too. It's really a Jamaican thing too. But I was duly impressed with the whole venue, everything, everybody I saw. I did fall in love with a couple of writers, and Roger Robinson just blew me away with his poetry. And Linton Kwesi Johnson, of course. He was the first one that I ever interviewed when I worked with Reggae African Beat in New York City. And I'm talking in the 70s. And so now to see him, like, it was really a full circle in my life.
Fabulous to be back. I've been to every Calabash there's been since the beginning. I'm a mixed media visual artist, but I'm also a writer. And I've known the family a long time, and everyone. And it's brilliant. It's totally brilliant.
It's our first time at Calabash, and we had a truly wonderful time, wonderful experience. Actually, our son, one of the main reasons for being here is that our son wrote a book, and actually this was a good opportunity for him to present that book and get some feedback, so that's why we was here. And through that time we had a most wonderful time, a great experience, and I still can't having great experience living in this beautiful country.
And we'll be back.